Peace YouTube, be here, better known as P31 Diva, coming to you with a hair update. Don't adjust your screens. You are seeing what you think you're seeing. I have cut my sister locks. I ended my journey. Today is Saturday, November 2nd, 2019, and my locks would have been 4 years old on the 13th of this month. So right at the 4-year mark. Why did you cut your beautiful hair? Didn't you just stop loving it? It was nothing about my locks. I didn't have any, this big, deep negative energy that I felt that I needed to get rid of. Nothing in my family is going on. Like I'm not getting a divorce or, anything like that. If you've been with me for a while, thank you. If you're new, hi. But long story short, I started off going when I originally got and I'll talk with my hands. I originally got my hair established in Atlanta. And for the first about 2 years, I drove back and forth to Atlanta. I live in Alabama. So it was about an hour and 50-minute drive one way, 4 hours to get it done. So it was roughly 7 hours, but I would leave early in the morning, have a 7 a.m. appointment. I'd be back on what I would call my side of the world by noon. That was fine. I do have a special needs child, and I just really wanted to be closer to home. So I went for 3 retightings to a local consultant, but it just wasn't a good mesh as far as the timing. I was looking for somebody who, and this was years ago, so everyone's speed has changed, I'm sure. So then I ended up finding a consultant who is in the opposite direction from Atlanta and about a 50-minute drive away. And I was going there for the past year. I think I've been going almost 2 years. So that was fine. And my consultant recently decided that she's going to be leaving the area, leaving the state, I think, in the spring. And so that put me on the hunt for a new consultant. And if you saw my previous video, I was just kind of lamenting that I wasn't really finding a consultant that I liked. There were several reasons. I don't want to badmouth anybody, but just they were not a good fit. To me, whether it's a hairstylist, a barber, whatever, it needs to be a good fit as far as maybe their technique, their precision, but then it also needs to be a good fit in how your personality types mesh. Are you a late person? Are you an on-time person? I like to book early. I like to have my stuff laid out. I don't want to wait. If my appointment time is my appointment time, that's the time I expect to start. Things like that, forms of payment, all that stuff. If you tell me I only take cash, I'm like, really? So just little things like that. And I wasn't finding any consultants who were willing to have a live phone conversation with me unless I paid either a full retightening fee. In one instance, it was $165, or at least a $45 transfer consultation before they would even answer the question, how familiar are you with a 3-point rotation? How far out can I book in advance? Things like that. They wouldn't even respond to those questions until I paid a fee, which I felt was not how I did not agree with the practice. And the whole purpose for me having Sisterlocks has always been hair freedom. Freedom to, one, not have to do my hair myself, freedom to always have my hair done. And I started to feel trapped. I started to feel like I'm no longer free in my lock journey, which, you think, how is it that locks are free? But for me, having my locks was very free. And so having to then now not feel comfortable with a consultant, feel like I'm kind of getting the short end of the stick on just kind of engaging in new relationships with consultants, it just was no longer a good fit. I no longer felt free. And so I decided to remove my locks. And one would say this is kind of like a short-term thing, even though it may seem like a rash decision to you. The way my brain works and processes, I've always in my mind thought, if this ever happened to this point, I'm just going to cut my hair. So it's never just been a like, oh, well, what am I going to do? I don't want to self-retighten. My husband told me, if you want, you can start back driving to Atlanta. I don't want to drive back to Atlanta. Well, past Atlanta, actually. I don't want to self-retighten. I don't want to go to someone who's closer and takes a long time. And so I want hair freedom. So I did cut my locks. I did save them in case you're wondering. I have them right here. I measured, this is the second set. So this is the back middle. Was over on this side. I numbered, the rubber bands tell me this hair was over here. This hair was over here. This is the back middle. And then this was the back bottom. So this is 400, somewhere between 26 and 32 Sisterlocks. This is how my the parts that were closest to my scalp looked. As you can see, my hair is very frizzy. all along. Can you see? Yeah, see that? Super duper frizzy hair all along the shaft of my hair on just about every single lock. And that's fine, you know, there's no big deal. That's how my ends look, yes, the ends of these locks. And that is how the, focus, that's how the part that's closest to my scalp looks. So I cut my hair, and then I went today, sorry for the noise, went today to a barber to get a haircut. And so this is my haircut that I want to show you, and then I'm going to dampen my hair and put a few styling products in it and then give you a quick 360. But Tapered Gang, new member. I've had my hair short this time. This is probably I think this is my 4th or 5th big chop. I've had my hair this short and shorter before, so seeing myself this way isn't, you know, jaw-droppingly new to me. I haven't seen my hair this way in a while because, you know, 2 days ago I had hair, you know, down to here. I measured some, and some locks were 14 inches, some were 13, some were about 15 or 16. So I'll say I probably overall cut about 14 inches of my hair. And of course I cut it a little bit longer. How long did it take to get everything out? It took me less than 2 hours. One, because I wasn't trying to pick out locks. I cut down to about a 1.5 inch all around my hair, maybe 1 inch, 1.25. And then I conditioned, shampooed, and I was able to pretty much with a comb get most out. A few that had knots that I couldn't get out, I just went ahead and snipped that knot, because especially on the sides, I knew I was going to be taking it down. But yeah, I'm going to be back in a few minutes. So, and then, you know, you guys, I posted on Instagram something. Some of you may kind of feel like I was with you on this journey. You didn't consult me. I did not do this to, you know, hurt anybody. And please don't let me deter anybody from getting Sisterlocks. I have zero regrets about having Sisterlocks. I have zero regrets about cutting my hair. It is just hair. I thoroughly enjoyed having locks. I enjoyed the curls, the bounce. I enjoyed all of that. I enjoyed the freedom. But it's just that I started to feel trapped in my decisions with how to maintain my hair. And that is the only reason. It's not about I was dissatisfied with my grid. I wasn't dissatisfied with my consultant. None of that. So if you're here thinking, should I get Sisterlocks? Don't let this be a reason to not get Sisterlocks. But for me, I don't want to self-maintain, and I want my hair done speedy, in a short amount of time, done well. And I knew self-maintenance is not for me, because then that's just me taking, you know, 6-8 hours to do my hair. I don't want to make that time in my schedule. I want to just be able to get up and go and have that freedom. So don't let me deter you. Don't let me discourage you from your journey. I would like to think that maybe some of you would stick around and follow along with me in this new journey for my hair. But if you choose not to, I understand, but I greatly appreciate your support. Well, anyway, I'll be back in a moment. So, un momento, por favor. Okay, fam, I am back. My hair, I shampooed it to get a lot of the loose hair out from going to the barber. And I applied some Eco Styler gel. And in between doing this, I shot a quick video of starting this new hair journey. So stay tuned for that as well. But yeah, this is what I've got so far. Let me know what you think. Again, thanks so much for following along with me on this journey. And again, don't let me deter you from your journey. I am still a promoter of and someone who enjoys Sisterlocks and locks of all types, really. But yeah, anyway, but that was my journey, and that's where it is ending. And who knows? Would you ever lock your hair again? I've learned a long time ago to never say never. But it definitely won't be soon, if at all. Just because it took a long time for my hair to lock. It took literally I feel like it took 3 years for my hair to lock. So yeah. Anyway, you guys have a day and or night as beautiful as you are. Take care. Bye.